There's a lot of things liberals love: masks, mail-in voting, electric cars. But there's something they love more than anything else: themselves. In Hollywood, celebrities feel that they don't get enough credit. Fame and millions isn't enough, so they throw themselves parties. The Oscars, Grammys, Golden Globes. They hand each other trophies on television to show the world how hard they work. And we like movies, so we put up with the pomp and pageantry just to see our favorite flick win. But recently, something's happened. Being an actor was no longer enough. You had to be an activist. When celebrities got on stage to accept their little trophy, they started droning on about climate change and how oppressed they were, and America tuned out. Nobody wants to hear these people talk politics, and we don't need lectures from strangers. The ratings plummeted, and unless someone got slapped, no one talked about the show the next day. But Hollywood has a workaround. Hollywood teams up with D.C. Democrats to celebrate themselves the way they deserve. They turned the Kennedy Center honors into the new Oscars. It was the event of the year. Anybody who was anybody was there. George Clooney, Julia Roberts, Kamala's husband, and Matt Damon. All the stars were out. Nancy made Bono kiss the ring. Sean Penn schmoozed with Anthony Blinken. They argued about who Zelensky likes more. And Biden gathered all the stars into the Oval for a photo op before the awards.
This year's Kennedy Center honorees, they're an incredible group of people. And we, the people, we see character. We see Amal Clooney's husband.
We don't know why Amal Clooney's husband got an award. We don't know what a Kennedy Award means. But it seems cool.
It's really cool. It's cool to be out here with my friends, and it's fun to, you don't have to sit and wonder if you're going to win either. You already know, which is helpful. Gladys got up to get an award, and she sang, and it just changed the room. It was just amazing.
There were tears.
So it's just been a wonderful weekend for us.
And like any staged award show, the press gives you an opportunity to plug your tequila.
First drink of the night. I would love a suggestion. What are you having?
Oh, I think you got to have a Reposado on the rocks, Casamigos.
Now, do I sound jealous that I don't have a tequila line? Good, I'm hiding it. Well, we're still trying to get a hold on what exactly the event is. Is it supposed to be some sort of roast?
Let's go beyond the haircut, if we possibly can, and talk about George's work. The Kennedy Center honor went to Gregory Peck for playing Atticus Finch. It went to Henry Fonda for playing Tom Joad. And George was everyone's sixth favorite Batman.
And George Bush must be jealous, because I thought he was boys with Bono. Now, it seems like Bono likes Biden now more than Bush.
He's very kind. You know, he has a sort of kindness as a strength. Who'd have thought that kindness was a revolutionary idea either? But this president has kindness as just a feature and a strength. And yeah, something very old school about him. Old school pugilist, you know. If he hit you, you wouldn't know. He'd hit you, you know, such a gentleman, but great strength. We really loved him.
Oh, love was in the air. And the ladies at The View were titillated that D.C. was glitzy again.
Let me tell you this. Joe Biden has made the Kennedy Center honors great again, because during the time that Trump was president, nobody fit and qualified to get one of those honors wanted to be anywhere around him, so there were no receptions in the White House, and he wouldn't attend.
Now, what's this all about? Biden's supposed to be a scrappy kid from Scranton, son of a used car salesman. And now he's rubbing elbows with Bono and Clooney? Biden usually calls a lid at 6. And now he's drinking champagne with Julia Roberts? Something else is going on here. Did you see who Joe's +1 is? His son, Hunter. Why? Was he up for an award? No, Hunter starred in a lot of movies, but they're mostly homemade. The big guy brought him along to show the House Republicans that Hunter's untouchable. He's not the crack-smoking black sheep we know from the videos. He's a made man, part of the establishment, the elite. The Kennedy Honors is just the latest stop in the Hunter rehab tour: Camp David, Easter egg roll, state dinner. Remember, no one F's with a Biden. You think he's getting indicted? Hunter just threw his daughter a wedding at the White House. Even the media knows how bad this looks. And they're floating the idea, hey, wait, maybe Hunter can just take a plea deal so this doesn't look so bad.
CBS has reported the FBI has sufficient evidence to charge him with tax and gun-related crimes. How would you handle this? A plea deal? Is the Attorney General boxed in to take a hardline position because of working for the president?
The defendant should not be treated any more harshly because of who he is related to, should not be given breaks because of who he is or who he is related to.
As source tells Primetime, Hunter already rejected a plea deal with no prison time. He knows he's got this in the bag. And Hunter's wife's happy. She married Hunter in 2019, just days after meeting him. I know it happens. And she's from South Africa, and she heard Biden and thought he was American royalty. She thought she was marrying into a political dynasty like the Kennedys. But boy, was she in for a surprise. And after the election, she found out her husband was under federal investigation for Chinese money laundering. And the White House made her hide out in a $20,000 a month Malibu mansion until things blew over. So why are they out on the town now? Things haven't blown over. The Biden family is about to get a full-body cavity search from House Republicans. Maybe Biden isn't running for re-election and has a pardon for his son in his pocket, so they said, "To hell with it," and Hunter came out of hiding. It pays to have a last name like that in this country. Ask Paul Pelosi. Paul was in attendance at the Kennedy Center honors last night. Paulie P. His first public appearance since being hammered in the head. He rocked a fedora and a black glove, to cover up the injuries. We still don't know what happened that night. No body cam, security footage, mugshot, rap sheet. We got nothing. But what we do know is the Pelosi family just cashed in again. $4 million. They finally sold that Visa stock. You remember Paulie P. and Nancy got a VIP cut of the IPO back in 2008, back then when the media seemed to care?
I wanted to ask you why you and your husband, back in March of 2008, accepted and participated in a very large IPO deal from Visa. At a time there was major legislation affecting their credit card companies making its way through the House. And did you consider that to be a conflict of interest?
I don't know what your point is of your question. Is there some point that you want to make with that?
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, do you think it's all right for a speaker to accept a very preferential, favorable stock deal?
Well, we didn't.
And you participated in the IPO.
Well, I have many
and at the time you were Speaker of the House. You don't think it was a conflict of interest or had the appearance of a conflict of interest?
It only has the appearance if you decide that you're going to have elaborate on a false premise. But it's not true, and that's that.
I don't understand what part's not true.
Yes, sir. That I would act upon an investment.
Over a decade later, Visa shares are up 2,000%. The Pelosi's timing is perfect. But don't worry, there's no insider trading. Paul's a victim, and Nancy's a national treasure, with a track record better than Buffett. Must be nice to be a Democrat, make millions off stocks while you're the speaker. Front row tickets to you, too. Smoke crack and wave your hot piece at prostitutes. Hang out with George Clooney. America's hurting, and Biden's handing out medals to celebrities. What do Americans need to do to get an award around here? Border agents trying to stop illegals get suspended. Police who chase criminals get sued. Moms mad at school boards get spied on. Reporters exposing Democrat corruption get censored. You know what? We don't even need awards. We just need the politicians to do their jobs.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.